Alright, this video, I want to make a versus video. I'm just gonna jump straight into it with the 9 Egypt glory gods, the 9 Egyptian glory gods, and the La Squadra. Now, obviously, the teams are not even, La Squadra, on La Squadra, I'm not counting Sorbet and Gelato. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what they do. I'm not gonna count them. I don't know exactly what they do. They're dead anyway, so who cares? Rest in peace. I'm only gonna be counting the ones that we see, Malone, Pesci, those guys. But I'm gonna be counting all the Egyptian glory gods. Now, I'm not gonna talk about each and every character individually. I'll talk about them, but I'm not gonna go in depth about them. All the Egyptian glory gods. They got Endu, that guy is a force to be reckoned with. He may be blind, but his stand is incredible. The water, that is actually an incredible stand that can help in a fight. And before I go more into it, I'm just going to put all of them on one side, right? It's just a huge street fight, a huge JoJo street fight. It barely happens like that, a huge JoJo street fight. Like, all of them are on one side. The other guys are on one side, just one huge street fight. Anything goes, but they have to work as a team. And I'm not going to be counting like so much chemistry together that they have with each other, you know what I mean? I might, because there's 2 people who, well, actually 4 on the glory god side who are kind of like close, but that's besides the point. I'm going to be talking about the Egyptian glory gods first. Endu, he is a force to be reckoned with in a street fight. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, if he kind of chills in the back, maybe. This is to take into consideration, that a lot of these stands and stand uses are very situational. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the Oingo Boingo brothers. You know what I mean? Like, in the street fight, like, what can they do? And what can they do? He's got the book. He can see the future, sure. Well, what's the other guy gonna do? Disguise? Like, that's not gonna help at all. He's big. He's pretty buff. Everybody's buff in part 3. They got the looks down. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, Pesci is kind of hot, but at the same time, it's like part 3 guys like Oingo Boingo. I don't think they're doing nothing. We're just gonna count them out. You can argue in the comments. You can tell me, what. Make your argument in the comments and I'll read it. But after that is Anubis, and that is a complicated one because I'm not gonna start him off. I'm not gonna start Anubis off with a person already because he learns as he fights. You know what I mean? But he's just gonna be base Anubis. You know what I mean? When they first find him, when he first gets a thing, he's just a sword, right? Again, I don't know if he might do anything, but to be honest, he could. He could, because they're fighting. If they're in the midst of a fight, one of them might grab something, but at the same time, it might be weird because Risotto can control metal. I don't know if that applies to stand metal. I don't know. This video is very weird. This fight is just a very weird fight. I'm gonna say I think Risotto can control that kind of metal. I'm gonna say so, sure, yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm not starting them off. And in the midst of a fight, one of them might just pick him up and just grab him. But we're just gonna let him be for now. Next is Mariah. I don't think Mariah's gonna do much in this fight. She's more of like a patience kind of. She's more of a patience character. You know what I mean? I don't think she's gonna do too much in this fight. I'm just gonna say that because they need to touch an outlet for all that bowl. I don't think. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't think she's doing nothing in this fight. Next is Alessi. I feel like Alessi alone, which he did fight alone, is kind of a bruh. If Alessi partnered with Whole Horse, that would be honestly a crazy duo that could possibly destroy a lot of people. But Alessi in the street fight, he's probably gonna dip. He's probably gonna run, and I think he's definitely gonna catch some people with the shadow, which is gonna put at least 1-2 people out of the fight. They're gonna be children. They're not gonna know what to do. Don't give me that bull where like, oh yeah, like you never know like what happens if Risotto as a kid, like he's got that. No, that's not no. I don't think that's gonna happen. And don't give me that bull where the 12-year-old Jotaro. Yeah, sure, we'll give it, unless he is not very like, he can't take on like a 12-year-old, 8-year-old, however old Jotaro was, but he could definitely de-age some people. I think he would be useful in this big street fight. Next is the first Elder Derby. No, he's not doing nothing. I love Darby. I made a separate video on him a while back. I love Darby. I love the Elder Darby, but he's not doing nothing. And next is Pet Shop. Pet Shop is a force to be reckoned with in this fight. I think Pet Shop will do a lot of damage when it comes to that. Just a street fight, you know what I mean? Because it's Pet Shop, you know what I mean? He's just a genuinely strong stand that is good in a fight, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to be in no situational, you know, predicament. He can just throw hands at any point. So I think, and he's a bird who can fly, you know what I mean? He's a bird who can fly. That's going to be hard to hit for some people, you know, whatever. Next is the younger Darby. He's not doing nothing, whatever. You know what I mean? This is why, like, when I said, oh, it's not even, I feel like some people just can't do too much in a fight. Like, the two Darbys in a street fight, I'm not saying they're not, like, forces to be reckoned with. They are. You know, they both taken out Crusaders before, but in this specific situation, no, I don't think they're gonna do anything. And just like the Oingo Brungle brothers, you know what I mean? So that basically just leaves Endul, Anubis, Alessia, and Pet Shop. Now, because 4 of them are done, and so is Mariah too. Mariah, she's done too. Anubis, Endul, Alessi, and Pet Shop. Those guys are holding that team together. Next is La Squadra with Risotto. Risotto in a street fight, I feel like he can go invisible for one. You're not going to be able to see him. You know what I mean? But there's one person on the team who can like hear him because he already can't see, and that is Endul. Again, if you get close to Endul, that's kind of gonna be a bruh, if anything, you know what I mean? Because I don't think he's gonna be fighting too much up close with his own hands, but if you're stepping on the ground, he's gonna know where you are, you know what I mean? So I think Endul, just because you're close to him doesn't mean he's out of the fight. Next is, after Risotto, I think Risotto would do amazing in this fight, but I think he'd have some problems with Endul. But then again, he can just be like, oh, needles in your throat, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? He can probably do that. Like, he can probably wax a lot of people, but he might have some trouble. And next is Formaggio. Formaggio, I don't know about him, man. He's a weird one. I don't want to say he's not going to do anything in this fight. I'm not going to say that. That's definitely, no, I did not say that. But I think Little Feet, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, because yeah, like, you can slowly shrink anyone and anything, but what, he can shrink and regrow himself basically instantly. That could be useful, sure, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I to be honest, I don't think he's gonna be doing too much in this fight. Well, I don't think, you know, with all these people with Endul, you know what I mean, it's like a worse, I don't want to say worse version of Alessi's, because he can shrink and regrow himself. But, I don't know. I think Alessi's would be more useful in this fight than Formaggio and Little Feet. So, I don't think he's going to be doing too much. Aluzo, that one is weird too. A lot of these are weird. I don't think Aluzo is going to be doing nothing. I'm not going to say he does nothing, because, you know, you get trapped in the mirror world, like, you know, oh shit, like, you're trapped in the mirror world, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? I think he can definitely do some stuff, but I think a lot of these people are somewhat smart to know that it won't work again, you know what I mean? It won't work again. And Aluzo is smart as well, but I think these guys are not gonna fall for the tricks that he has too often. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's definitely somewhat of a threat. He definitely is kind of a threat, so I'll give him that. In this specific fight, maybe not. Who knows? Next is Prosciutto. I love Prosciutto, man, but I don't know if this one is, if he's gonna do too much in this fight. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because yes, the Grateful Dead, you know, he can age people in a fairly big area, and he can also age himself, but it's slow. You know what I mean? It's pretty slow. It's not gonna be like, oh man, like, I think there's a really cool dynamic between Alessi and him. Like, oh, Alessi can instantly make someone super young. Yes, he can do that. And Prosciutto can make them slowly older. But Alessi's is instant. You know what I mean? It only takes a couple of seconds. Next thing you know, you're a freaking baby. You know, he turns someone into like whatever it's called, you know, when you're in your mom's womb. He turns someone into that. That theoretically means, what can he turn you into? An egg cell and a sperm? So what can he do to you if he really gets you for a long time? And he has basically the opposite of, you know, Alessi's stand. It takes longer to age him, but he's also got the body temperature thing. But I think the Grateful Dead can somewhat throw hands, you know what I mean? He can definitely punch and somewhat kind of throw, but it's not like crazy or nothing. That's gonna be like, oh my god, yo, Grateful Dead out here throwing hands. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it has a good dynamic for Alessi, and maybe, you know, I just think Alessi's is definitely way more usable, more. I want to say better. I don't want to say better, but I definitely kind of think it is better. I kind of do think it is. So I don't think Prosciutto's definitely going to do too much, and that's sad because his mental fortitude is amazing. The guy is great. Prosciutto, when he touches you, he can actually age you more. So that actually is more of a problem. I forgot to say that. I just realized that in the middle of the video, but I forgot he could do that. But that could be useful. I am not gonna lie, that could be useful if he touches you. But I think that's only working on one person, and I don't think it's gonna work on multiple people, because I don't think Grateful Dead or Prosciutto is not fast enough to touch people that fast. And even then, I don't think someone can just fight him off and kill him easily. Like, just say like he grabs Endul, like his Geb stand is gonna kill him instantly, even if he touches him. So to be honest, it could make a little bit of a difference, but not too much of a difference to change the outcome. And after him is his brother, Pesci. Pesci is weak-willed, sure, but I bet as soon as he sees his brother die, I think he's gonna kind of, because I don't think Prosciutto's gonna last too long. Let's be honest. I don't think he's gonna last too long in a big street fight. Maybe, I mean, he is smart, so he can maybe get away turning himself into an old man. Maybe, sure. But I think Prosciutto probably will know that he's gonna die and probably do what he did last time and boost Pesci's confidence up, because Pesci, with his confidence up, is ridiculous. You know what I mean? When Pesci's really feeling himself, he's really feeling himself. When he is a real gangster, he's a gangster. Now, you know what I mean? He's Beach Boy, whatever. It can hook people from really far and, you know, go through their skin like water and go for your organs and kill you. All he has to do is, you know, that hook gets to you, boom, he's ripping you out, you're dead. You're gone. You know what I mean? He doesn't have too much great defense, and he's weak-willed, but I think he will definitely tighten up after he realizes, yeah, Prosciutto's gone. He's gonna tighten up, and I think he would definitely be a force to be reckoned with afterwards. You know what I mean? Because that's just who Pesci is. You know, Pesci, my boy. After Pesci is Malone. Malone, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Malone's like that. I don't know if Babyface, whatever, that baby thing. You know, it's a long range stand, sure, and he can use it to kill his targets directly. But he needs too much preparation for this. So I don't think Malone is gonna do too much. Malone is not doing too much. After Malone is Ghiaccio, whatever, however you say his name, the ice guy. That guy is a force to be reckoned with. Come on now. He in a street fight, he's gonna wash people. He's gonna wash people left and right. He's gonna be giving people hands. Going crazy. I think he definitely is gonna wax a lot of people. You know what I mean? He can lower the temperature and basically freeze him. Kind of slowly, but not really. I think it's definitely a fair amount of speed. And he's also got the suit with the skates. Dude is very durable. I don't think he's going down that easy. He is not going down easy. He's gonna do a lot of damage. And that's it for the La Squadra. Again, I'm not counting Sorbet and Gelato. My bad for the Sorbet, the two people who love Sorbet and Gelato out in the world. My bad. But now that we talked about all the people, I'm just gonna say who I think which team would win in this fight. The gods have Endul, Anubis half maybe, Alessi, and Pet Shop. That's like a solid 4 people. Maybe like, what, like 3.5? You know what I mean? Then La Squadra has got Risotto. It's got half Aluzio maybe. It's got Pesci, and it's got Ghiaccio. I don't think Formaggio is going to do too much, but we're going to mainly talk about the hard hitters. But the hard hitters of La Squadra, Risotto, Ghiaccio, Pesci, I think those guys are a lot stronger and better. Like, Endul definitely is probably going to be the carry of the Glory Gods, to be honest. I think he's going to carry. Maybe Alessi might carry. It's basically, you know, could be Pet Shop, but I think Endul, Pet Shop, and Alessi are really great. Maybe Anubis might do something. But other than that, you know, if Anubis, like, at the same time, Anubis can change the whole tide of the fight. If someone picks him up, say Risotto picks him up, you know, shit, like, Anubis is probably going to wax a lot of people. So it could either go... I'm going to say this. I think if Anubis is picked up by someone, this can turn the tides. It depends who he's picked up by. You know what I mean? It depends who he's really picked up by. Imagine if one of his own teammates picks him up and he's stronger that way. I think that's, you know, ridiculous. Anubis was on par, you know, with Star Platinum with Polnareff in his hands. You know what I mean? That in its own right is ridiculous. Star Platinum is ridiculous. But these guys are crazy. You know, Risotto is crazy. Pesci can just, from a fairly long range, hook Star Platinum. Maybe Star Platinum can rip it out of him, who knows? But all he has to do is hook him and, you know, GG, rip him out. You know, there goes his heart. So I don't know, but my guess, I'm going to say who would win. If Anubis is picked up by someone strong, I think this is going to the Glory Gods. But if these guys are, the Squadra is smart enough to see this coming, which they most likely are, maybe. You know what I mean? They are fairly smart, and Risotto was really cautious, and he's the leader of them. He's basically the leader. So I think they would win in that situation. That's going to be it for this video. Tell me in the comments who you guys think would win. It's a really complicated question, and I don't think I could even answer this confidently on either side, to be honest. It's a hard question. I don't think, you know, I just would love to see your guys's answers about this and who you think would win, which team would win, because it's a really cool fight that I would love to see, but probably I'm never going to see. You know what I mean? It's a hard question to answer. So, but that's my take. It's gonna be it for this video. Peace.